Today I have a deck profile for my Narukami Eradicator deck. I got top 4 with this deck at my locals last week, so I thought I should do it. Look at this new sneak. You get this sneak peek mat if you win. So it's a Hellfire Crossfight Blockade. It's a Crossfight for Blockade, so Kagura card. Look at my new Pale Moon sleeves. Can't wait to make this deck. Alright, let's get started. My starter was Lizard Soldier Saishin. Now I didn't run the grade 3 Searcher, and this card got me top 4. It did so much work for me. Okay, his effect is Pioneer. When it's called to the right, it calls to the rear. And when this unit boosts our Narukami, you can combat 1. And when the attack hits, you can put this card in the soul. Yeah, and then your opponent chooses one of their grade 0s and retires it. So you want to go first so that you do take the first damage, and then you can just swing over their grade 0. So I killed off, this card can kill off so many cards, and if they don't have a grade 0 and if they're going first, so that means their grade 3 searchers will go off. Just call it to the rear, and he's a good 5k booster, and you have 12k attackers in the deck. So he's a really good card and worked really well for me. He won me so many games in the tournament. Next off, I run the new Eradicator Winged Sword Dragon. Okay, he is Break Ride. He comes in the trial deck. His effect is when this unit attacks, any number of cards in your opponent's damage zone are 3 or more, he gets plus 2000. So he can hit 13 by himself, which is really good against cross rides. His other effect is when another Narukami rides this card when you have Limit Break 4, that unit gets plus 10,000 and you retire your opponent's front row. So yeah, it's not the best, but it's still -1 off your opponent, and it's a lot easier to use than against a lot. So you have that, and I like it. It helped me a lot. Next off, I run the card that surprised everyone in the tournament was my Eradicator Sparkhorn Dragon. Now he's not the best because he has the weaknesses, but he worked amazingly for me. He is a promo. So what he does, first thing, he is Eradicator, so all my other cards work when I have Righted. The reason I don't run the grade 3 Searchers, because even if I miss this card and not write it, if I don't have it, I write him. And his effect is Count Blast 1 on the Vanguard, Count Blast 1 Eradicator card in the damage zone. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, your opponent chooses one of their rear guards and retires it. So, early game, he's a beast. And his limit break is, he gets plus 5,000 when he attacks a Vanguard. So, either way, your opponent does get to choose, but they still -1 card. And he's really good early game because they have to decide if they want to guard or not. Especially when you have this in a row. It's so funny. They're over guarding early game. So yeah, I run 8 of these, and really made me win. The best thing about this deck is that I can run this build anyways. I ran 4 Dragon Dead Sights. I wish I had Descendant. 4 Dead Sights. His effect is when he's placed on the Vanguard rear guard, you can combat 2. Your opponent chooses, you choose one of your opponent's grade 2 or less, rear guard, and retires it. So imagine all the cards you can kill with this card. So the reason this deck worked was because I can run 4 of these. In other Narukami builds, you cannot run 4 of him, and that's why he's good. He's only combats 2, so I killed off so many good cards. It was just so annoying for my opponent. Next off, I run 4. The 12k hitters, Sparkhorn Dragon. If you ever Eradicated it in the Vanguard, this unit gets plus 3,000 when he attacks. Awesome. And then I run 3 10ks, Eradicator Thunder Boom Dragon. Next off, 3 of the 10k boosters. Now, the same thing. When your opponent has 3 or more damage, the boosting gets plus 4, so it's a 10k booster against Vanguard. It's just it's the same thing as the Photon Bomber, but it's Eradicator, so it's good. So this card, if you have limit break, will be swinging for 25, and this card would be swinging for 23. So pretty cool. And if you break ride, this would be 25 by himself, and this is 35 column. It's pretty awesome. Yep. And now we're on 4 of the 10k attackers. Demolition Dragon. When it attacks, if you're eradicating the vanguard, it gets past 3000, so it helps you if you have a bad field. Now, I run these. These just came out. I just got them from the sneak peek. They're from set 11. My original build, the one I topped with, these were my 8k boosters. Red River Dragoons, 3 of them. But on my online build, I run the whole deck is the same. It's just these 3. I run 3 of these in my online build, and with that online build is just destroying everything. So what it does, Steel-Blooded Eradicator Shuki, rear guard. When your opponent's rear guard is put in the drop zone due to an effect from one of my cards, if you have Eradicator Vanguard, this unit gets past 3000. So it's a good 10k booster. And that's awesome. So with us 12k attacker, it'll be 22, and plus I can always get this card's effect off first, and then she would get the plus 3000. So that's pretty awesome. If I break ride on top of break ride, they lose 1 card, and this gets plus 3000. So yeah, that's pretty much what it was. Yeah, but the I didn't really use the Red River Dragoons honestly in the tournament, so it didn't really matter. Then 4 perfect guards. Gotta run them. Next round, run 4 crit for eradicators. And then 4 more crit. Normal crits. I wish I had the D-Jin crits, but I only have 1 right now. I'm trying to get 4. It's pulling the soul gets plus 3,200 units. 4 of the new eradicator draw triggers. Looks pretty awesome. And then 4 heal triggers. That's the deck. I hope you guys didn't like it. In tournament, I went first round. The tournament are now. So you only play 1 game. So if you only play one out of best out of 1. So if you get Great Stug, you're pretty much screwed. First round I played OTT. He was at 3 damage, and I double crit him. So nothing much to say. Next round I won. So next round I played Aquaforce, and he had that grade 3 searcher Eric, and I killed him with this guy, and then he was Great Stug because he didn't have a grade 3. So this card won me the game. So it was pretty awesome. And third round I played Gold Paladins. It was a Liberator. Gancelot, not a Liberator. It was Gancelot Garmor, which is a really competitive deck, by the way. My Liberator deck is just for fun, so yeah. But Garmor Gancelot is really competitive. I lost that one because my hand was all triggers. I couldn't get any grade 2 boosters. I mean attackers and boosters. So yeah, it was a pretty good game. It was just my hand was bad. 4th round, I don't remember what I played 4th round, but 5th round I played Narukami, the Blood. So it was an old Narukami versus new Narukami. It was a really good game. I barely won. And then in top 8, I played the same guy. So it was like a rematch. Yeah, and I won that one again. It was really fun to play against the Blood to see how this card would compare. These 2 would compare against the Blood, so it was really fun. And then I made top 4. And in top 4, we don't play at my locals to see who comes first or second. So that was it. So top 4 was my Narukami trial deck version. There was Gancelot with Garmor. There was Duke with Garmor, and then not Duke with Garmor, Duke with Gancelot, and then there was Aquaforce with Glory Maelstrom. So that was top 4. I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah, this is 6X Player. Thanks for watching. Have an awesome day.